Hello, my name is Kevin Budiman, and today I'm going to give you a presentation about my small research, and the title is The Importance of a Secure and Efficient Absence System. First of all, I'm going to give you the introduction. Nowadays, in the modern world, on time is very important, especially in the workplace, school, or probably university. The importance of this on time, or probably the importance of absence system, is that we have to realize that these absence systems play a huge role in one organization productivity. We have to need this information and give it to the human resource department so they can decide efficiently and not time consuming whether this one workers is productive or not. And considering that technology have fast grown in nowadays world, in this small research that I've been doing, it gives my interest, that it piqued my interest to me, that I want to investigate whether the absence system has been introduced automatically, or there is still some place or some schools and university that still use the manual absence systems. The conclusion or the benefits that I got from this research, or from this conclusion, is that I realize, or I finally understand on how the importance of the absence systems, how many school or how many workplace has used these as absence systems, and how many respondents that are actually giving me a valid of their opinion on how effective these absence systems that using method rather than the manual one. So, okay, next, my own theory or my own opinion stated that most of all workplaces in a metropolitan city or modern city has used a method designed absence systems. But however, based on that theory, I can conclude that many workplaces has socialized their absence system pretty well in order for the user to be able to do or to be able to absence without any problem. Next is the research. So the research method that I'm using is using the Google Forms doc, which is actually an application that let us to be able to make a pollings for free and easy and efficient. Therefore, I use this kind of application to make my own polling, considering asking 5 questions to my respondents, which have random sample and random population. On my own polling, I stated 5 questions. First of all, in your workplace, is the absence system still being used manually? Why would I know this? Why would I ask this question? Because first of all, I need to know how many people actually still use the old system or still use the manual system of the absence system. So therefore, I could conclude that if the technology have affect our absence system or just any other different aspect. Second of all, is in your opinion, which method will be the most efficient? While also I need their opinion so that they could tell me which method in their opinion will be the most efficient, secure, and cannot be duplicated. I give them 3 choices. So the first of all is using eye. Second of all is using the fingerprints. And the third of all is using the tapping or cards, ID cards. While I give the other choices, they can state their own opinion. So the next question is that based on your answer, how strong and accurate your method was, the chosen method. For example, if I chose the I method, I need to give the explanation, or I need to give my response on how accurate it was. Why would I need this question? Because I need to know if their method, in their own opinion, is the most efficient and secure. So I can know the major population pick what, or the minority pick what, or probably there's a diverse answer that could make me have a different kind of result, which is actually nice for making a research. The fourth is the absence system has been socialized pretty well in their workplaces. Why would I know? Because it would be useless if you have a nice and secure absence system But one people cannot use the absence system, it will be a waste because people cannot use the absence system. So why would there be an absence system? So that's why socializing is needed and important so people know how to use it. The fifth question or the last question is, in your opinion, which are the most efficient would it be? The manual one or the method design absence system that they have been stated before? Why I need this kind of question? Because I need them to explain to me why they are picking, for example, the I absence system or using the tapping card, which will be explained below. Okay, so based on 10 response, so I got 10 response that give me their opinion, their honest opinion. Right now, I'm going to give you the analysis of their answer. On the first question, from the 10 respondent, all of them say that in their workplaces, whether it's school, work, university, they have used and implemented the absence system, which is actually great. We can conclude that this technology also affect on how absence system working, so that the human resource department would spend less time to know the workers' productivity or probably the uni student creativity or productivity. Next is from the 10 respondents, they all say that most of them using some kind of method that I've given. This is the list. 4 people pick the eye. 4 people pick using the fingerprint. And the last 2 people using the tapping card. So this is actually amazed me that they have the same percentage of whether the eye is the most efficient or probably the fingerprint is the most efficient. Okay, so from the third question, most of them or 10 respondents agree that from the method that they have been chosen before or the method in their workplace, 60 until 100% they agree that it is efficient and it is safe and secure. And the fourth question is that the respondents are giving a clear statement that they have been socialized pretty well by their maybe university, school, workplace on how to use this absence system using the method design. So that's why they can use this method system efficiently and nicely. The last question. So lastly, most people also stated so many answers. I'm going to pick one. One of them say that they're using the fingerprint as the most efficient. Why? Because fingerprint cannot be duplicated. We all have different fingerprints, so duplicating the fingerprints would be hard. But also, there's another argument about using the eye as one of the methods of absence system is totally pique my interest. So someone said that if you're using the eye verification, there is no possible way that you are able to get duplicate. So there's no possible way that there are people using your own identity or make double cross against the absence system by using the retina eye as their one of the method that is using for you to absence. Okay, next is about the results and discussion. So from the result that I've been stated before, I could get many results and some discussion. So that I will give you a small conclusion, okay, but not the conclusion, but just small conclusion for the discussion part. So the conclusion is that yes, many people, or probably a lot of people, most of them are to use this method design absence system, whether it's tapping, the fingerprint, or using the eye retina. Second of all, they are realized that using the eye retina, tapping, or probably fingerprint, any of them is the most efficient. But we have to see the condition that is surrounding and which one is the most efficient one. And the third one is that yes, based on their answer, they agree that it's the most efficient one to use the method design absence system rather than the manual one, because they pick the percentage of success and the percentage of efficient and secure are about 60 until 100%. And the fourth question is that they have been socialized pretty well. And the fifth one is that they able to give me the explanation on why they are choosing this method. For example, why they are choosing the eye retina method, why they are choosing the fingerprint method, whether although there's some pros and cons, they're able to give them based on their experience and based on their own opinion. So the conclusion is that many people already knew about the absence system and also been using it, because based on my results, based on my polling, that many people, most of them are already use this absence system pretty well. Therefore, I could conclude that they have been using the method design absence systems. Next is the method given. We understood that this eye retina and the fingerprint has the least human error possibly in it, because they have give me a valid answer. Not that the tapping did not have a valid answer, but on the eye retina and the fingerprint, they give me the most logical answer, because using these two methods, they have the most minimalist error, but did not close all the possibility errors. Next is that they agree that this method design absence system is 100% much more efficient than the manual one. It did not waste any time. We use the technology efficiently so that we save time, we save money at the same time. We don't need to waste our time to just looking at, we have to observe, the human resource department have to observe each of the worker productivity. With this method design absence level, with 100% effective percentage they have been giving to me on statistically, we all agree that using the method design is totally the most secure, and the HR department will not do many jobs. Next is on how the method design is nicely socialized. So many workplaces, for example in the university, school, workplace, they have been socialized pretty well, because the boss don't want their own workers to not be able to use the method design absence system that has been fully developed and maintained over time. But they cannot use it. The boss didn't want that. So guess what? The socializing is needed. And the fifth one is that they able to give me a valid reason on how probably the eye retina design method is the most efficient, or the fingerprint design method is efficient, or the tapping. Which of them are fine, because they have their own pros and cons. But we mostly, importantly, agree that the method design absence system has been implemented on this nowadays society, but it's on the metropolitan, on the modern city, not in some kind of village. So, while the modern absence system has given us so many advantages, and this absence system seems to be perfect, but they need maintenance. My suggestion is that although you have a nicely developed absence systems, they cannot surpass the human error. What does it mean to be a human error? Take example on tapping. You could lend your card to your friend so they can tap it to you, and you will become as presence. That's why the countermeasure for this human error is needed. For example, if the person did not tap twice in 30 minutes, they will be not resulted as in the class. So the person, if they're only tapping and then go home, they need to go back and tap their own card, because most people would be forgot if they need to tap the card twice. And this is why if one person had only one card, it will be much more efficient. You cannot lend your card to your friends, they will be lazy. And next is that we do realize that probably it will costing 100,000 million Indonesian rupiah. But if you want a nice, secure and developed, and to be able to monitor your worker productivity, it is needed to have a nicely developed and maintains over time absence system, so that absence system could be used efficiently and working perfectly in order to make a better environment for the working place, better environment in our university, and a better environment on the school. And that's why this concludes my small research, conclusion, theory, introduction, and thesis conclusion. So lastly, I would like to say thank you for watching.